everybody. It's another fine day here in Charlotte, the QC, and I'm so glad to see it. And I say it's fine, even though we got a little weather out today. And I thought I was gonna come out and basically have the park to myself without any distractions today. But boy, was I wrong. I come up to the park. I parked on the front side this time because I'm not riding my bike. And I saw a fellow at one of the lakes or ponds, whatever you want to call it, out there fishing. I told him, you gotta love it. Then I walked on around and I see another fella out here doing his walk with no umbrella. And mind you, this fellow fishing didn't have an umbrella either. I guess he was fishing for bass. So it's doggone near impossible to fish for bass and you holding an umbrella. And like I said, I came on around and saw this other fella out here walking in his sweatsuit without an umbrella. Then I kept on walking around and I saw the personal trainer out with her goons today getting it in. And to me, that's very impressive. Very impressive. Because it lets me know. Jesus, I can't sit down. You can sit down out here. No, that's wet. That lets me know that folks have what's one of our words for today, a tenacity for whatever they do and what they love. And tenacity is a drive, a never quit attitude or mentality. Let's see if I can sit down in here. That's a little better. Ain't nothing like walking around here with a wet butt. It ain't nothing like doing nothing with a wet butt unless you shower. Or other things which I care not to mention. But yeah, tenacity. That's one of my words of the day. And my other word of the day is lipid. Lipid. And it means clear, transparent, serene attitude about life. Basically, without a care. And these two words of the day was followed up by my script of the day. And it is follow Yahuwah with a child as a child. Basically follow the Most High as a child. And as always, the script is going to be going over the screen now. But that leads me on into my thought of the day. And my thought of the day is childlike tenacity. Childlike tenacity. And to me, what that means is you have a childlike faith in the Most High. So much so that you don't have a care in the world. And your lifestyle is simple and plain, clear, easy to understand. There's no doubt about your stance with the Most High, basically. And one of the scripts I found that has been in my spirit the last couple of months, and I've already did a thought of the day about it, but it keeps coming back up at me. Let this mind be in you, which was in YAHUSHA HaMashiach. And I take this text to mean having the mind of Mashiach, period. Not just that he was equal with God, but saw himself below him, humbled himself below him. But to the point that I'm making today, that he was have the mind of Christ, which was saying that I'll go and do whatever my Father asks me to do, because he's going to take care of me and it pleases him. And then this takes me on over to a study I just done about my heart's desire is your heart's desire. And this is pertaining to David and how he had the mind of the Most High, and how the Most High testified to the fact and said that he was going to choose David because he was going to do his will. And see, that's what the mind of Christ means. That you're totally sold out and you're going to do what the Most High asked you to do. And as I was driving over, I was thinking about pardon me, other men that testified to this fact, not only in their words but in their deeds. I was thinking about Job, who said, even though you slay me, I will still follow and do what the Most High asked me. In my own words. And of course David, who was, like I wrote in my study, he was one of the most amazing men that ever lived, or should I say walked this earth. And he did practically everything the Most High asked of him. And yes, he got caught up with the flesh, as most of us men and women do, but when he was caught, he didn't try to make up excuses and lies. He submitted and said, yep, you got me, punish me, just don't punish my people. See, even in that, he had the heart of the Most High and the Most High's people, which is the heart of the Most High. But I was also thinking about the one and only YAHUSHA HaMashiach, who came and said, like I said before, he would give his life for the Father's will and for his people. And see, we have to have that childlike tenacity and attitude that we're going to try to do whatever it takes to please our parents and to please our Most High Heavenly Father. Well, let me get back to walking. I ain't riding today because of the weather. Like I said, I don't want no wet butt. And I don't have the guard on the back of my bike. But I have one, but it's not, it's what you call you put little doodads or whatever on the back of your bike in this thing and tie it down with the straps that's on it. And I have it, but it's not tight around the seats. The little pole that the seat sits on. It's supposed to fit securely or tight around that pole. but it's not made for that pole that I have at the moment. But of course, you know I'm a Negro rig it or Hebrew rig it. I really should not be going this way, but they done locked down my restroom. So basically I gotta do what I gotta do. And I know that's too much information, as my wife is gonna tell me. But see, I'm limpid. I'm transparent. My life is basically an open book. And the Most High would have it that way because of the story that He's given me, or my testimony. Well, let me see if I can find me a tree. Bear me a minute. The Most High just allowed me to catch a treat. And that was a family of deers, look like whitetails. And they sat there long enough for me to flash off like 3 pictures. And when I put the camera down, they took off. I hope it comes out clear. I love things like that nowadays, which I always have, but I had gotten away from my love of nature when I went over to the other side. I had gotten caught up in the natural world, the fleshly world. But yeah, childlike tenacity. And I guess my encouraging word for today would be, keep that childlike tenacity for the things of the Most High and in your own life, which is very important. Just like I'm out here now, keeping my word to do 5 miles a day, 5 days a week. Because I know, just like I was telling this fellow, this older gentleman, that if I don't get out here and walk every day, ain't nobody gonna do it for me. And if it don't get done, I'm gonna die. Because I'm not gonna get no exercise done in the house. Not enough to get my heart rate up and drop some pounds. So that's my encouraging word today. Word of the day. Keep your childlike tenacity for the Most High and for the things of the Most High. You might say, Robert, how do I do that? And that's a good old question. And I would say, first of all, being obedient. Because just like we as children, we didn't always want to listen to our parents, our natural parents. And we wanted to do our own thing. We we have a tendency to want to do that now in the kingdom of the Most High. And that's not going to work. And I just passed by a fellow I saw walking in, fishing, Mr. James. And of course you know he a Hebrew brother. And I asked him, I said, "Sir, do you mind if I take a picture?" He said, "No, I don't mind." "What, you want to take a picture of the crazy man out here fishing in the rain?" I said, "No, I want to take a picture of the man with tenacity to do what he loved." And see, that goes back to my thought of the day, childlike tenacity to please the Father, the Most High. Most don't have it. Do you? And like I was saying, it was basically being obedient to what he tell you to do, which is found in his holy script. But that's gonna be my time. Stay up and keep pushing forward in the right direction. Shalom. Yeah, fam, in keeping with my word for the day, nip it, I thought I'd come on and be transparent and say that I'm not gonna make my goal today of 5 miles because my feet are wet. And I think we have to use wisdom also in all that we do. And in the back of my mind, I can hear my wife yelling at me, "Robert, you need to get out of them wet shoes. You need to get out of them wet shoes." So I'm gonna do what I hear my wife telling me this time and go home and get out of my wet shoes. And like I said, I shouldn't have went around that bend to go and use the restroom or to go relieve myself. But of course I had to go relieve myself, and they had the restrooms locked up. Why, I don't know. And they didn't have a porta john back out. But I just thought I'd be transparent and come back and share that, because I like to do what I say I'm gonna do. That's one thing about being a true child of the Most High. You have got to do what you say you're gonna do, because you're actually being like your Heavenly Father or the Most High, because He does everything He says He's gonna do. Yeah, and I had one more thought I wanted to share, and this was something I saw that was so funny. It was so funny I couldn't even laugh. It was so sad. But I saw a young man, of course one of our Hebrew brothers, young fellas, was out here with his pants sagging so bad that he had one hand full of his britches and the other hand holding the umbrella, and the one hand holding his britches up wasn't holding up the britches well enough, because they were still slipping and sliding on one side of his body. So he was trying to bite, holding the umbrella and pulling his britches up. What a sight, oh boy. But that's how our folks are. We're so caught up in what other people think, in the fashions of this world. And it is the fashions of this world system, this order, that we choose to want to look foolish and to inconvenience ourselves to the point where he was about to fall, trying to keep them britches up with one hand and hold that umbrella. But I talk about it, but it's so sad because I used to do the same thing. But I didn't let my britches sag that far like they're doing now. I just let my britches sag just enough so you can get a peep of my underwear and see that my whole outfit was matching. That's the only reason I did that. But I thought that was quite entertaining. Shalom. And you might ask, Robert, why is it so important that you come back and tell us that you're not making your goal today? And that's a good question. And I would say the main reason is I'm the first one to holler out no excuses. So if I'm gonna make an excuse, I'm gonna tell you why and let you know that it's a valid one. But the other reason is my wife and I both are working from home. And as I said in the prior video, prior recording, she's taking classes or what they call training. And the training that she's taking at this time is on leadership. And what she don't know is that I be in the background taking notes. The main point is the point I'm making now is, how can I expect to be a great leader or a leader period if folks are not gonna trust me to follow me? If I say I'm gonna do one thing and don't do it, come back and make excuses, then they're gonna tend to want to follow someone else that sticks to their word. But that just came across my mind because I don't want to, and I'm not saying I'm anybody's leader at this point because I'm in training as well as my wife, but I choose to think I am a great leader, at least on the inside of me, that's ready to be exposed, I guess you could say. But let me go. Sam, keep pushing forward in the right direction. Shalom, I gotta get out of these wet shoes.